Welcome to today's video, where we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for so many of us, wasting money in ways we don't even realize. Have you ever felt like your money just disappears every month, even though you're not buying anything big? You look at your bank balance and wonder, where did it all go? Well, here's the thing. Most of us are losing money on something subtle, something almost invisible, and no one seems to talk about it. Imagine you could be putting that money towards something meaningful, like a trip you've been dreaming about, an investment for the future, or even just a little cushion to make life easier. Yet many of us are caught in a trap of spending on things we don't need, or worse, things we don't even realize we're spending on. Sound familiar? So what's the biggest hidden waste of money in our lives? The one we all tend to ignore, sometimes until it's too late. Today, we're uncovering it, and you'll be shocked to see how this sneaky expense drains your finances. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll not only learn how to spot it, but also how to break free from it. Let's get right into it. Subscription and membership traps. Let's talk about one of the biggest silent budget killers, subscriptions and memberships. We live in the era of convenience, where a monthly fee gives you instant access to streaming services, apps, fitness memberships, and more. But here's the kicker. According to a recent survey, the average person underestimates their subscription spending by over 40%. Think about that. 40% of what you think you're paying is just sneaking out of your wallet. These services are great, but they add up fast. It's easy to sign up for a free trial, forget to cancel, and end up paying month after month. Or maybe you have 3 different streaming services, a gym membership you don't use, or a software app you haven't opened in months. Those small charges can easily snowball to hundreds of dollars a year. For example, say you're paying $10 monthly for a streaming service and $15 for a gym you barely visit. That's $300 a year, just slipping away. So here's an easy fix. Set a monthly reminder to review your subscriptions. Cancel any that aren't adding real value to your life, or switch to a shared family plan if possible. It can cut your costs in half. Reducing subscription expenses doesn't mean cutting out things you enjoy, but rather focusing on what really matters. Small adjustments like these can help you reclaim your hard-earned money. On number 2 is paying high fees on financial products. Another sneaky way we waste money, high fees on financial products like credit cards, bank accounts, and investment funds. These fees can be tricky because they're often hidden in the fine print or calculated in complex ways. Over time though, they can drain tens of thousands from your potential savings. Take mutual funds, for example. A high-fee mutual fund might charge a 1% management fee, while a low-fee index fund could charge just 0.1%. The difference might sound minor, but over 30 years, that 1% difference could cost you over $100,000 in lost growth. And it doesn't stop there. Many banks charge fees for basic services like ATM withdrawals or overdrafts. Imagine losing $10 every time you forget to check your balance before buying a coffee. These fees can be avoided by switching to no-fee accounts or credit cards with low or zero annual fees. If you're not looking, it's easy to get caught paying these charges month after month. So, how do you avoid these fees? First, review all your accounts and look for options with lower fees. For investments, consider low-fee index funds or ETFs. If you use a bank, look for accounts that don't charge monthly maintenance fees. Every dollar you save on fees is a dollar that can work for you instead of lining someone else's pockets. Next is the true cost of convenience spending. Let's look at one more money-drain convenience spending. We're talking about things like dining out, grabbing takeout, or paying extra for delivery. We often justify these expenses because they save us time, but here's the reality. Frequent convenience spending can add up fast. According to a recent study, the average American household spends over $3,000 a year on dining out and takeout alone. Take coffee, for example. A coffee shop latte costs around $5. If you buy one every day, that's $150 a month or $1,800 a year. Now imagine putting that money into an investment that earns just 5% interest annually. After 10 years, that coffee money could grow to almost $23,000. That's the power of small changes over time, and it's something you could miss out on just because of these small habitual spends. The fix here? Set a goal to reduce convenience spending by just 10%. Make coffee at home a few times a week or try cooking at home more often. These changes don't mean giving up everything you love, but rather choosing what matters most. By making simple, mindful choices, you can save thousands and start putting that money to work for your future. The cost of impulse purchases. We've all been there. You're scrolling through social media, see an ad, and suddenly feel the urge to buy something you didn't even know you wanted. Impulse purchases are a sneaky money waster that feels good at the moment but leaves us wondering where our money went. Whether it's a gadget, clothing, or limited time offer, these small buys can quickly add up without you realizing it. Here's a crazy fact. The average American spends over $5,400 a year on impulse purchases. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money if you invested it or put it toward a big financial goal. Companies design ads to trigger emotional buys, and they're incredibly good at it. But remember, the thrill of impulse buying is short-lived, while the financial impact lingers. To combat impulse buying, try this trick, the 30-day rule. If you feel the urge to buy something that's not a necessity, wait 30 days. If you still want it after a month, then consider purchasing it. Chances are you'll find you can live without it. By practicing this small habit, you'll save money and make more intentional choices that support your financial future. Number 5 is ignoring high-interest debt. Another major financial drain that often goes unnoticed is high-interest debt, especially credit card debt. Many people only make minimum payments each month, not realizing that this can keep them in debt for years, costing thousands of dollars in interest. Credit card companies thrive on this, and they're counting on you not to notice how much you're really paying over time. Imagine you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 18% interest. If you make only the minimum payment, it could take you over 20 years to pay it off, and you'll end up paying more than double what you originally borrowed. High-interest debt is like a leaky faucet. It might seem manageable now, but over time it can drain your finances completely dry. The best way to tackle high-interest debt is to focus on paying it down aggressively. Start with the debt that has the highest interest rate and pay as much as you can each month. Consider consolidating your debt into a lower interest loan or working with a credit counselor if you need help. Getting rid of high-interest debt is one of the most powerful financial moves you can make for your future. Underestimating the cost of convenience fees. Convenience fees might seem small, but they add up fast. These are fees we pay for added convenience, like booking concert tickets, paying bills online, or withdrawing money from out-of-network ATMs. Each fee may seem minor, but they can add up to hundreds of dollars a year without you even noticing. Did you know that the average person pays over $200 a year in convenience fees alone? For instance, if you're charged $3 for every ATM withdrawal and you take out cash weekly, that's over $150 a year. When we ignore these fees, it's like throwing money away for a convenience we don't really need. Paying a bit of attention can make a huge difference. To cut down on convenience fees, try to plan ahead. If you know you'll need cash, withdraw from your bank's ATM to avoid extra fees. Consider setting up auto pay on bills to avoid last-minute fees or planning ticket purchases in advance. By being a bit more mindful, you can save a surprising amount of money, just by avoiding these sneaky little costs. So there you have it. By tackling these 6 silent money wasters, subscriptions, high fees, and convenience spending, you can regain control over your finances and start putting your money toward things that really matter. Imagine what you could achieve with the extra cash. Whether it's investing in your future, paying off debt, or treating yourself to something you truly enjoy, every dollar saved brings you closer to financial freedom. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos on personal finance and smart investing. We cover everything from saving tips to investment insights to help you make the most out of your hard-earned money. And if you have a friend who's always wondering where their money goes, go ahead and share this video with them. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.